If you're going to be working in a mixed environment and you're going to be collaborating with other users who use older versions of Microsoft Excel, you'll want to know how to save your spreadsheets to those older versions. We're going to work with this one here called Expense Report. Notice on the title bar it's an XLSX file. It's one of the new formats. Let's say we're working in an environment where people are still using Excel 2003. So the format we want to save this back to is the 97 to 2003 format, and here's how we do it. We go to Backstage View by clicking the File tab, select Save As. Now from here we're going to choose a location. I'm just simply going to select the desktop. And then down below you'll see it's the same file name, and now it's time to choose a different file type. So we click the Save As Type drop down here. And we're going to choose Excel 97 to 2003. Notice the extension is XLS. This means when we save this, we're going to be able to share it with others who are using older versions of Excel. So we click the Save button, and you'll see what happens here. The compatibility checker kicks in automatically. And you can see down below in the summary, we may have significant loss of functionality. Some of the formatting in the charts, for example, won't be supported in earlier versions of Excel, and they won't be displayed. And as we scroll down, you'll see a number of other occurrences or issues. The file originally contained features which were not recognized by this version of Excel, so they won't be saved. And as we scroll a little further down, some minor loss of fidelity with an additional occurrence or issue. So let's see what happens when we click Continue. And then we close this up. And now we'll flip over to Excel 2003 and see what happens when we go to open it. When we click the Open button, we'll just navigate to the location where we saved that file, called Expense Report. And with it selected, click the Open button. And you can see here we've also got a message saying that links to additional assistance and resources are available for this document. If you go to Microsoft Online, do you want to automatically download and display these links? At this point, you can choose whether or not you want to. We're going to click No. And you can see that our spreadsheet here looks very different than it did in Excel 2010. First of all, some of the coloring didn't come through. So what it tries to do here in 2003 is match up the color as close as possible. So we're seeing a different shade of green, for example, in some of these cells. And as we look at the chart itself, you can see it looks a lot different. It's still three-dimensional, but it doesn't look quite as nice as it did in the newer version of Excel. And as we scroll down, there's another chart. But all of the data is there and all of the calculations come across. So you might want to consider a couple of things if you're going to be working in a mixed environment. As you're working in Excel 2010, you may want to ensure you're not using some of the newer, more complex features and functions that were not available in Excel 2003, just to make you a little bit more compatible with those using older versions of Microsoft Excel.